good morning, TDA family. Blessed Wednesday, blessed hump day, blessed any day you'll normally associate with this day. I hope you all are wonderful this morning. It is, of course, just me. Ta-da! I am going to be running through the headlines. I'm going to attempt a topic of the day today, and I'm going to bid you a farewell. Let me just do a quick roll call to see who is up and at 'em this early in the morning. Mr. Energy, shout out to you. DCF Mooks, Lynn M32, Eddie Carbone, Christy, my lovely, the man from Uncle. What it do? Mr. Ashlows. Hola. Emmy's Snow Globe. How are you this fine morning? Crucial J. What it do? Crud Crow, my Jenna. Bex, hello. Beautiful. Divina, hello, my lovely. I can't do this. I can't continue to do this. TT, shout you out. Mother Boof, Izzy Bambino, Chijoke, Catherine, and Sarah. I've been meaning to ask you, how come there are adverts during 3 Shots Live but not TDA? I don't switch on. Is that an issue for you, my lovely? Would you like to see adverts during TDA? Is that what you want to see? You want your stream disrupted by something that you may not be interested in? Let me know. Before I jump into the headlines, I will open up the Discord stage for 5 to 10 minutes for anybody to come in and ask any questions pertaining to what it is that we have been working on, pertaining to the disruption that you have all been exposed to for the last few months. I am opening up the phone lines for, let me extend it to 15 minutes. If anybody's curious and want to ask any questions, I am here to answer them. I am here to be as transparent as possible. You can even ask questions like, is Mark coming back? If that's something that's on your mind, you know. Obviously, I'm aware that not everybody watches every single day, so they may have missed when Margs was on the other day, and he shared what he shared. So 15 minutes, I'm leaving this open. I am not leaving it open past that 15 minutes, yeah? All right then, so I'll wait patiently. In the meantime, I'm going to put up a couple of videos that I was at it in. One from our brother Chijoke. Let's see, because I think I saw the highlights yesterday, and I was very, very happy. Very, 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 very happy. Come on, England. Come on, England. Let me just share my screen. Let's see. Chrome. All right. There you go.
Carragher, this is for you.
According to the major tournament.
All talk about the level of the AFCON. Look, Euros finalist. Don't tell me it's just a friendly. No. You played your major players and you brought in Bellingham, but you got outplayed by who? By the AFCON participants, yeah? AFCON winners, AFCON finalists, yeah?
Yeah, AFCON is not a major tournament. Of course, the main tournament.
Everything you say in life, one day you always get humble. First African team to beat England. You thought that bringing a new manager, Thomas Tuchel, will change who England are? You guys want nothing with Rooney, Lampard, Scholes, Owen, everybody. Gérard Ferdinand. It's in the DNA. Bah, 3-1 Senegal. Rek.
I think this picture is even better. Look. I don't want to hear anything. And the last AFCON was better than the last Euros. And we all know that.
Hold that, England. Hold that. What is this? This is our lovely Esther. Let's see what she's saying.
This here is your sign, your nudge, your push, the encouragement, whatever it is that you need to start reading the Old Testament. So I've been intentionally reading the Old Testament for the past few months. And honestly, it has transformed my faith. It has deepened my love for God. It has deepened my faith. It has helped me appreciate God on a whole different level, because the biggest lesson that I have learned, or I am continuously learning from the Old Testament, is that there was no way human beings, we could have ever justified ourselves before God. There was no way we could have ever redeemed ourselves. There was no way other than Christ coming. Like when you read the Old Testament, you just see generations of different people, different kings, and just the level of disobedience is crazy. I think as modern day Christians, we can easily fall into the trap of feeling as though, oh my gosh, they weren't faithful enough, and oh my gosh, they were so disobedient. Oh my gosh, the Israelites, da 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 da. But the reality is that I see myself in the people that I read in the Old Testament. I see that moment, the moment of doubt in God's faithfulness, in how it is that God shows up. I see that in modern day Christians. I see that in myself when I read it. So it really has just helped me understand that God is faithful. God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore, just as the Bible said. God does not tell a lie. God's words, God's promises will never return to him void. Never. If God says something is so, and he's going to do something, he absolutely will. It's been so encouraging for my faith. It's been so encouraging for my walk with Christ. And I urge you, I encourage you to read it. I'm reading it simultaneously with the New Testament, and yeah, just seeing how much it was that we needed Jesus, and how much we could have never had a relationship with God in the way that we do if not for Christ. God is good. God is good.
All the time, God is good. Amen. I seem to find anybody who reads their religious text, especially the Abrahamic faiths, there's a reverence about them, you know, the good ones, mind you. Your character and integrity and stuff it's still very important, right? Not just reading the money in a religious book, but there's value to be had in reading one of those particular books. Get to it. I don't know about the equivalent of the Old Testament in the Quran, or, well, I do know about it in the Torah. But anyway, enough of religion. This is Wednesday, and I see nobody in the Discord. I don't want anybody asking no more effing questions going forward about what it is that I'm leaving here early every day going to do, because I gave you an opportunity. There's 5 more minutes left. I have this window open on Discord for you guys to ask me anything. But y'all are not curious enough. Y'all don't have that curious spirit. God damn it. A hell of mischief comes with that curious spirit. So maybe it's best you guys don't look to adopt it. Brent, I was asking for you to have ads. I'm asking how come they do. Oh, I wasn't asking for you to have ads. I'm asking how come they do. I don't think that you could have ads during a live. Why can't I have ads during the live? Huh? Why can't we have Ads Junior live, Davina? Don't you want us to make money, Davina? We have things to pay for, Davina. Hella bills, hella costings attached to what it is that we're doing over here. The sacrifice that we're making every single day is not thankless because you guys thank us all the time. Whether it's in words, with hostility. Oh, somebody's in the chat on stage. Sorry, hold up. Good morning, Eddie. How are you?
Good, Brent. How you doing?
Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly flavored. How are you?
Good.
You gotta say something like that. You gotta have a little phrase. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed and highly flavored. What are you?
I'm also blessed and highly favored.
You can't use mine. You have to get another one. You gotta freestyle this thing. You get me?
Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta do it now, innit?
I am very blessed. I am blessed to be on TDA.
Come on. What a phrase, bro. What a phrase. Morning, Ramsey.
Morning. You good?
I'm blessed and highly flavored. Like, how are you? What's your phrase that you're gonna go for, bro?
Well, I don't know what. I'll pick up separate swear words. I don't know.
some dickhead. Oh, how are you? What's your questions for me during this particular period, this window where you could ask me anything about what it is that we've been up to? What are these questions you have for me? And Eddie, think about the questions you want to ask me, bro.
I think I'm gonna keep my question quite simple. How excited are you for what's coming next?
Honestly, I am brimming. It's what's keeping me. It's what's gingering me daily. Every single time I leave this place and go where I'm going, I am filled with such renewed excitement. Every day it starts again. Yeah? It's like a cup that runneth and runneth and runneth and runneth and runneth. It's biblical, bro. Biblical. It's Abrahamic, bro. I'm trying to include you too. You get me? The question goes to you too because you know what's happening. In fact, you're involved with what's going on. You're involved in the building work. So, how are you feeling about what it is you're doing?
It's like so monumental, yeah. That sometimes when I actually deep it, it's actually quite daunting. If that makes sense, because it's like
You have a spirit of fear, Ramsey? You have a spirit of fear, Ramsey? Daunting?
The thing that I'm helping to build, yeah, it's so crazy that the level of entertainment that we need to give needs to match the quality of what we're building.
That's the daunting
so
part.
having that on my mind,
the expectations that we have to uphold, yeah?
Yeah, like myself, do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to go there and do half stuff.
I don't know. How I approach these things is this hasn't been done before, so it's new. We are basically sculpting this frontier. Do you understand? So whatever they get, that would be the standard. Do you get me?
I get you.
Oh man. Anyway, Eddie, you got any questions for me?
Oh yes. So what has been going on?
Nah. That is like you're saying, tell me what's been going on. That's not running because I ain't got an hour, and I want that to be an official announcement. You get me? So you gotta ask different questions, bro. Sorry.
Okay. So how are you feeling about this?
You just like the copy? Is that not what Ramsey just? In fact. Let me stop. How am I feeling? I'm feeling great.
Nice.
Any other questions?
Oh.
All right, cool. Hold up. Let me play another video I was at it on in the Discord. All right. So yesterday we spoke briefly about Greta. Thunberg, and Ed kindly shared a snippet of the clip that went viral, and I'm just going to give you all some context. This is Greta, looking like a 11-year-old adult.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
All right, that's the context. Shout out Greta. You keep doing what you're doing, Greta. You keep doing what you're doing. All right, Eddie, thank you very much for joining me. Ramsey, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to jump into the headlines now.
Hello.
Okay. Winter fuel payments restored because economy is in a better position. Interesting. Rachel Reeves has said the government has reversed cuts to... in fact, Stacey, good morning, beautiful. I would like you to jump on stage. Yesterday, I had kind of asked for you, but I'm guessing you were fast asleep. I want you to give me an update as to what is happening in LA. I'm hearing it's kicking off over there. So please, as our LA correspondent, as well as many other caps that you done, I would like for you to give me a brief little update as to what's crack-a-lacking over there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yes, Stacey, I have you're looking at the wall, because all of them are here. Esther, Gina, Mags, Emmanuel, and the day after. We've got some fantastic authors here. Obviously, some part of the TMB family, and some are part of the Black British community, the wider TMB family, I should say, you know. Anyway, join me on stage when it is that you can, please, Stacey. Get your stuff up and connected. Thank you very much. And everybody, don't worry, you will be seeing Stacey more in the coming months live on screen. I'm gonna take her up on her beautiful suggestion to utilize her and her dope video and audio recording equipment. She go join in with the festivities and that every single morning. No, not every single morning, whenever she can. Anywho, let me just finish these first set of headlines. I'm waiting patiently, Stacey. Don't let me down. Rachel Reeves has said the government has reversed cuts to winter fuel payments today because the UK economy is now in a better position. The Chancellor told Sky News, the Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR, they have increased the growth forecast for every other year in the forecast. What a butchered sentence. She explained, they said that our reforms to the planning system would make the economy £6.8 billion bigger, bringing in additional tax revenue. And in the first quarter of this year, we were the fastest growing economy in the G7. She said there's still work to do to ensure that the sums always add up. But that, because of the decisions the government has made, we are now able to pay the winter fuel payment to more pensioners. That's a win, Emmanuel. Labour are doing well. Let me not speak too soon. We're not going back to the universal system. I don't think it is right that the very richest pensioners have their fuel bills subsidized, she added. But this year, 9 million pensioners will get the winter fuel payment. What an achievement. 9 million pensioners this winter. That's got to be good. Small chair for Labour. Not too long, though. Not too long. They're still wallets. All right, second story. NATO needs quantum leap in defense, chief says. All right, so NATO needs a quantum leap in defense to deter threats to the alliance. Its Secretary General has said, as he called for Western allies to invest more in their armed forces. In a speech in London, Mark Rutte said Russia could be ready to use military force against NATO within 5 years. Rutte said NATO needed a 400% increase in air and missile to credibly defend itself against attacks. These warmongers. Just listen to that language. Just imagine if that is a promise. A promise for the future. Mental, the world in which we live in. He said he expected NATO allies to agree to spend 5% of their national income on defense at a summit in the Netherlands next week. Rutte's speech at Chatham House comes at a critical time for global security as Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine and China's military expansion continues to raise questions about NATO's capabilities and readiness for war. War-mongering mother effers. All right, third story. More than 1,000 doctors, urge MPs to vote against dying bill. Let's see. More than 1,000 doctors have written to MPs urging them to vote against the assisted dying bill, calling it a real threat to both patients and the medical workforce. The bill, which is due to be voted on by MPs for a final time on 20th of June, would allow terminally ill patients from England and Wales to end their lives on their own terms, providing they have a life expectancy of 6 months or less. A separate bill is currently passing through the Scottish Parliament, but doctors from across the NHS have written to MPs warning them of their serious concerns. Notable signatories include Sir John Byrne, a geneticist who has led decades of cancer research. Sir Shaquille, I love that name, Shaquille Qureshi, who was knighted for his work in pediatric cardiology. Professor Aileen Keel, the former Deputy Chief Medical Officer for Scotland, and Baroness Finlay, a Welsh doctor, professor of palliative medicine and member of the House of Lords. The letter is signed by 4 doctors who hold OBEs, 2 who have MBEs, and 1 CBE. The letter says that while a debate is needed on end-of-life care, this bill is not the answer. All right, then. Those are the end of the first. Oh, these headlines are old. Am I reading the wrong headlines? Let's see. Let's click through the link. Ooh, these are definitely wrong headlines. Who was supposed to populate this Orchestra Doc? All right, well, sorry people, I ain't reading no headlines today. I've just been told these are old headlines, and that is terrible. Well, let me just give you some context. Seeing as Emmanuel's not in today, I was asked by your fantastic MVP to go straight to the Orchestra Doc. The Orchestra Doc is the document that we have the researchers compile the morning news on, and then what Emmanuel does is he takes those particular summarized stories and then he populates the official TDA morning program. So obviously, I'm thinking everything is running smoothly. But alas, this is what happens when it is. I don't do my due diligence. I just take people's words at face mother effing value. So let me just see if there is any of the update that is here. Let me see. He said he's also placed the topic of the day in the same document. But if this document hasn't got the headlines, I fear it may not have it either. Let's see. Let us see. Bear with me. Yep. We have the official topic of the day populated in this same document, but we do not have the right headlines. So maybe. Let me see if this second segment has updated stuff. Anybody in the chat, let me know. I'm going to move on to the next set of headlines to see if this continues in the same vein of yesterday vibes. Or if it is that this second segment now updated. Let's see. All right. Second set of headlines. California set to sue Trump government. Let me know if you all have heard this before. California is set to file a lawsuit against Donald Trump's government over his decision to deploy the National Guard. The state's Attorney General, Rob Bonta, has told our U.S. partner, NBC News, that we will accuse Trump of infringing on Governor Gavin Newsom's authority. This feels familiar. In the filing, Bonta will call this an infringement on California's sovereignty. He will also argue that it will take resources away from the National Guard during the critical wildfire session. Bonta is speaking in a news conference now, so we'll bring any further relevant updates here. What a weird sentence to include. Bonta said the situation on the ground in LA, and this is why I wanted Stacey to come to this stage, right, didn't warrant the National Guard, and protests had largely dissipated by the time the first troops arrived. Since Trump's decision to deploy the troops, the situation has escalated quickly, he said. This was not inevitable. What happened yesterday took place after the president's unnecessary, counterproductive, and unlawful order. Context, I think they're kind of kicking it off in LA, protesting the immigration policy enforcement laws that Trump has rolled out. All right, if people are saying yesterday's news, then boom, I ain't reading no more headlines. I ain't reading past stuff. We ain't gonna be rehashing past stuff. We don't live in the past. We ain't living the past over here. TMB is all about the future things. You get me? Stacey's still not here. Stacey, I remember this day, you know. Oh, Stacey is here. Let me take that back. I love Stacey. Stacey's the best. Stacey, MVP, baby. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? You got the energy. You're bringing it. You're bringing it. You're bringing it. What time is it there?
Good morning. It is approaching 1 a.m.
Good morning, beautiful. Early riser. Early riser. What we say?
Early riser. I haven't slept. It's midnight.
You need to get some. You need to get some sleep after you deliver this particular message. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Now,
What
what
is
what you
it
got
that
for
you need
me?
me
What
to
you got for
chime
me?
in
I
on
need you to
again?
tell me what's happening in LA. Is it to do with the ice?
Yeah.
And are they really
So
kicking it off?
there's oh, what? It's giving Holocaust vibes. It's insane. Like
Oh,
they're just pulling up to predominantly Hispanic areas, looking at people, and if they think that you look like somebody who could be an illegal immigrant, they're demanding that you show paperwork or they're taking you into custody.
they're doing an eye test. They're just saying,
No,
hey,
quite literally.
you look
They're
illegal.
showing up to Hispanic grocery stores. They're going to elementary school graduate. That's not funny. It's actually serious. It's
This is
very sad.
crazy. How could they be doing the eye test?
It's insane. And today, what was even more insane is like the protests are happening. LA went on curfew. Downtown LA went on curfew. We had an earthquake. We had more fires. The National Guard is in. Like it's insane.
What is Kendrick doing?
What the hell? He's on tour.
So he can't rally
Well, he was
around.
actually out here yesterday for BT Awards, but
Yeah, he would. I
well,
saw. I
yes,
saw a lot
BT
of
Awards
them.
was happening
Wait,
while
wait.
this was
Sorry,
happening.
weren't the BT Awards in LA?
In downtown LA. Yes.
Wait a minute. Talk to me. How is all this stuff happening, and a whole award academy is still running? What did they say?
Where the awards is on the other. I don't want to say the other side of downtown because I don't know where specifically in downtown. I know when the first set of protests were happening on Saturday during the day, I was driving past downtown and there was police, like rows of them at every exit. So I thought that was
Mm,
strange, but didn't occur to me that there was protests until
mm,
after the fact. And then it was BET weekend, so there was things going on in downtown all weekend. But the awards was yesterday, Monday.
mm.
So protests were still going on, but I think my understanding is they were disseminated across different parts of LA County. So like Compton, Paramount, downtown. I think they took over the 101 freeway, so like around Hollywood today.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so it's very crazy. It's I just think what's most bizarre because guilty. Like I wasn't paying the most attention to it over the weekend the way I probably should have.
Yeah.
But it didn't occur to me until I saw because I went to high school, a predominantly Hispanic and white high school. So a lot of people that I follow are posting a lot about where ICE is being spotted. And it's insane the
Ah.
way they're going about it. Like people are fearful to go to the grocery store. People are fearful to go. There was a raid at an elementary school graduation. What the hell are we talking about? Like, you have kids who are graduating from pre-K, fifth grade, who are going home with no parents at home because the parents have been detained. Like, I- it's insane. So I just think the mere fact that you're demanding paperwork off of looking at somebody is just bizarre. Like, surely there has to be a more effective, more ethical way instead of, to me, that just sounds like Holocaust Part Two. Sorry. When I was explained to that that's what was happening, I'm just like, isn't that what they did to Jewish people back in the day? Like, how is this acceptable? Like, how have we not understood that this is a manifestation of history Part Two, just a different font? But that's what's happening.
So I understand the sentiment behind it. I think, right? When
Be clear as to what you mean by the sentiment behind it.
as
I'm
in,
not challenging you, but for the sake
yeah,
of
yes, fine, it's
people
fine.
misconstruing.
I love that you asked for context. So you said that it reminds you of the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what was the outcome? What was the stage after they were rounded up in the Holocaust?
They were put in extermination camps.
Is that happening here?
No, they're deporting them.
All right. So again, just to play devil's advocate, do you think it's as disruptive as the Holocaust was?
What do you mean by as disruptive?
Well,
And I this is a very dangerous question.
to one's life, to one's mortality. You said it's like the
I don't
Holocaust, right? And I'm guessing other people are also paralleling this to the Holocaust. Is that to make sure people understand the severity of what is happening?
I don't
Or
think
go on.
it is beneficial to anybody to play ethics Olympics. If something is unethical, it's unethical. Full stop, in my opinion. What's worse or worser is not, I don't know if that's like a is ethical comparison the right description? Like, I don't think that's a valid comparison. Like, we shouldn't be comparing what was quote unquote worse. I think the focus should be on whether or not it's ethical, which we understand that it's not, and how we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. So my point
That's
is
right.
essentially what Life of Budge is saying. It's an extreme example, right? You don't need to basically compare it to the Holocaust to get the point across.
I'm comparing it to the Holocaust in terms of how they're carrying out identifying people, not in
Yeah.
terms of comparing the extremity of it.
By the eye test, essentially, yeah?
Right. Am I wrong? Because I feel like that it's some part of the Holocaust is, what happened was that people were like Jewish people had to walk around. They had the stars, right? What was it to identify that they were Jewish, or they had to carry their paperwork around for it to be checked, or something like that? Am I misunderstanding or
No,
misquoting history?
I just believe that some people, and again, I'm here to play devil's advocate, right? Just for the purpose of this conversation, this little back and forth. It reduces the weight of what the Holocaust was, looking to compare this to it. And what it also does, it obviously makes Trump look like Hitler. And I think that's the point, right?
No, at least not for me.
All right.
My
But
point
you do
is,
realize that some people are going to have those talking points.
yeah, of course, and
Okay.
they can back up their talking points however they see fit.
Mm.
My comparison to Holocaust, and this is why I said, since we're having this discourse, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember there being a portion of the Holocaust in which I remember reading that Jewish people were required to carry around either whether it be the mark or whether it be some type of paperwork showing, their background, whatever the case may be, their religious affiliation, whatever the case may be. Like, the identification process, what I'm saying is I'm comparing to the Holocaust here. The idea that an official is walking up to you, looking at you, judging you based on your physical features. Oh, you're Hispanic, surely you must be illegal, or surely you're worthy of being checked. That is what I'm comparing to the Holocaust, not comparing what is worse in terms of circumstances and experience of those who are impacted. I think that is unethical to even compare.
Mm. Question, as we're here, are people supposed to walk around with their papers all the time? Like, do you walk around with your papers?
No, but I trust and believe that I've been tempted to. Not that I'm fearful that I'm going to be stopped, but like, we have ways that you can have identification without necessarily having identification. Like, now we have on our IDs, they have this thing that the airports are pushing is now mandatory to get what we call a real ID, which basically means that you have to bring a birth certificate and proof of address, a residency, in order to get a certain mark on your ID. So if you are able to identify yourself, they ask you for your license or your ID, and it has that mark. Obviously, you are a citizen.
Mm.
So I would imagine that when they're asking you for things like ID, that's what they're checking for.
Are we seeing examples of wrongful arrests or
Yeah,
and
which is which is a major portion of what the governor and other congressmen and women have been talking about, like the whole process of arresting people on account that what if I don't have papers on me. Like, the idea of it, first of all, is wrong, flat out. Papers are not. But if I don't have papers on me and you're just arresting me, and you're deploying the military in these protests, you are using the military against legal American citizens, and American taxpayers are paying for that. What are we even talking about here?
what are your overall views surrounding illegal immigration anyway? Where do you stand on that?
What do you mean?
Well, what Trump is claiming he's doing is removing the illegal immigrants from these states, right?
Mhm.
So, what are your views on illegal immigration in
I think
general?
that's a nuanced conversation. I think there's a lot of context because everyone's situation is different. In the case of Hispanics, which we stereotype a lot. Mexicans, given the border is right there, right? We have to understand that there's nuance even in those situations. There are people who may have come here, parents, grandparents, etc., and may not be documented, but gave birth in this country and have, children who have children who are in this country rightfully, etc. Or maybe they brought kids when they were very small. The kids have grown up here. America's all that they know, and their documentation might not be in the best of shape. Are we justifying taking children who've all they've known? Like, context. We also know how long it takes to be, or how long and how costly it is to become an American citizen, even if you go about trying to do it the correct way. If you did come in here the wrong way. At my big age of 25, I know people who I went to school with who might not have come here legally, but because now obviously the world is in shambles. And I'm not saying that they started this now. This pre-Trump's first era, while Obama was in office, they're trying to figure out how to get funding to go to school, how to be able to apply for loans, but they can't qualify for certain things because of their immigration status. America's all I've known. I've been here since I was 1 years old. I've been here since I was X amount of months old. Now I'm having issues because I've been here all this long. They're going to backtrack and investigate. Okay, when did you get here? Why weren't you documented? I'm at risk of being deported when this is all I've known. I didn't even bring myself here. So I think there's a lot of nuance that goes into it for anyone to have a harsh stance as to, oh, illegal immigrants don't belong here. I don't think. I think if you've been here and there's context to your situation, obviously you need to make an effort to do things the right way. But again, it takes a lot of time and a lot of money. And if you've been a law-abiding citizen while you've been here all this time, you've been paying your taxes, you've been a good contributing member to society, you're not a criminal. I don't see the issue in, I don't want to say cutting some slack, but being graceful around different situations that landed people here.
I may have misheard. Did you say that you fear that you might get swept up by ICE because you don't
I
have
didn't say
papers?
that.
I feel.
I did not say that.
Can't be snitching on yourself,
No, I'm born and raised in Canada.
Come on.
That's not a flex. I'm just saying.
Back
That's
to
not.
Cali.
You're funny.
All right, cool. So, illegal immigration. Is it a net positive? Is it a net positive? Is it the bigger good or the lesser evil?
I don't understand the question.
Let me ask it differently. If they are rounding up more dangerous criminals that are sponging off the economy than they are sweeping up innocents, who are they let go afterwards once it's ascertained that it was a wrongful arrest?
The moment innocent people are impacted, the efforts are null and void, in my opinion.
Serious. So there's no
You
such
don't get
thing
to
as net
justify
positive.
it because I don't think you get to justify it because you caught a couple criminals. There are other ways to catch criminals. That's just my thoughts.
If you were drafted in to consult on this, right? It's gonna happen anyway, right? But you were drafted in to consult on this. What was the best way to basically carry this policy out?
I don't know. And to be honest, I'm not afraid to admit that I haven't done my diligence in paying the most attention to hearing out the different, political leaders' options as to how to handle this situation. I'm not the most politically aware when it comes to that, and that's probably wrong of me, but I don't think what they're doing now is the best solution.
All right. So no solutions. You don't have any.
I don't have any solution that I think is worthy of putting on the air because I am not well learned enough to speak on this topic. But I can say that I don't believe it is ethical to treat people the way people are being treated as a solution to this problem. I think you don't need to be politically aware to understand that.
I think you have a point. But I think that America and Americans, I think in large part, want some solution to the problem. some
I think
solution.
this is the weirdest thing to we have too many issues that probably would benefit more from brute force than immigration. Apply the same logic to gun laws, maybe we might have a case. But immigration, cut the cameras. And the way that they're doing it to me is more of a statement than is is more worthy of investigating than the end result of getting rid of illegal immigrants. You're showing up to elementary school graduations. You're fear mongering elementary schools that are predominantly Hispanically attended by having ICE trucks circle the building. Parents fearful of picking up their children because of ICE. Grocery stores, Home Depots, where people are, it's a thing for people to be contractors to be outside of Home Depot, like a warehouse, not, I don't want to call it a construction store, but like a hardware store. And a lot of the contractors that are out there trying to make money to get business are Hispanic. So you typecast that and you circle places like Home Depot, Hispanic grocery stores. That is crazy. You have helicopters circling the area, fear mongering people. It's insane.
Would you ever let your biases, your
Your
stereotypes,
stereo.
influence any
Influence.
of your decisions if you were in power?
What do you mean?
Well, I think that's what's happening. You just mentioned that they've gone to Home Depot. I'm guessing Home Depot is a place where a lot of Hispanic people like use.
It's a hardware store, and a lot of it is a normal thing in front of hardware stores for contractors to be outside trying to get business. Like
All
if you
right,
need someone to fix something up or whatever the case may be,
all right,
hire a contractor. They'll be outside waiting, and a lot of the contractors that are out there tend to be Hispanic.
all right. So they're using their observations to basically inform where they go with ICE to collect these people, right?
I feel like calling it using observations is underestimating the fact that it is a racist tactic.
It's a what?
A racist tactic.
Of course it is. But I'm asking you, would you look to basically do not the same thing, obviously, but let's just say you were looking to remove all of the quote unquote white nationalist groups, and you knew they all hung around a particular bar or pub or forest clearing.
I wouldn't do that.
Would you
That's
not go right
insane.
there? You said you wouldn't do that?
No, that wouldn't be my approach.
Wouldn't that just be using information to
No,
guide you?
no.
Interesting.
I don't. I understand what you're trying to do, but I think that there is a level of intensivity because again I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to say, wouldn't you use information on where people in these demographics tend to be in order to achieve your goal? I understand your question, but I feel like it's kind of unintentionally, insensitively pandering.
Pandering to
Like
who?
it pandering might not be the right word, but it's 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 insensitive because it minimizes the racial aspect of it. Like these are people's families who literally there are children who are being put in immigration courts with no representation, no family, like kids. There are people who are going to work to earn an honest living to feed their family and are not making it home. Like to say, aren't they just using their information? To me, just feels a little bit insensitive in terms of the gravity of the situation. You know?
Mm. There's a place I go in Shoreditch like every day, right? And I am observing every single day that it's a hangout for like drug dealers, isn't it? And nitties, like every single day, religiously at a particular time, they're there, right? If I'm going to roll out a policy where it is I clean up that neighborhood, I know where to go to get the nitties.
Yeah, but this is these are apples and oranges. Both fruits, but very different.
Talk to me.
Like you're talking about you're talking about an illegal activity. That's different. And I
An
get immigration
illegal
is illegal.
activity.
Well, that's
Interesting.
not. But I'm saying there's no nuance to selling drugs. You made a choice. You're selling drugs. There is nuance to immigration, illegal immigration at that.
Thank you.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I don't. I can see my parallel.
Okay, let me clarify. When you make the choice to sell drugs in shortage, you made the choice to sell drugs in shortage. It wasn't circumstances that landed you there. Whereas the 30-year-old who was making an honest living, who was illegally brought to this country when they were 6 months, who has lived here, gone to school here, all they know is America, who doesn't have their papers in order because it's taking a lot of time, a lot of lawyers, a lot of money that they're still trying to fund in order to get their paperwork, their documentation the correct way, is sitting at home scared with his family because he doesn't know if he's going to come home at night because he went to the grocery store and ICE is circling the block. Or his 5-year-old kid is graduating from kindergarten today and ICE is circling around their elementary school. That is someone who's very legally, but circumstances landed them there. It wasn't a deliberate choice. There's people who made deliberate choices, but there still might be some additional context that I might not be able to explain. Because there's many reasons why someone may be an illegal immigrant. I think the better way to go about it is take into consideration how you know what, let me not even go there. I think that should be enough for you to understand.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Why it's I get the illegal part, but they're two different situations.
All right. To be honest, I'm on your side. I don't like Trump and I don't like his policies.
I don't even think it's a Trump thing. It is a Trump thing, but like uh, this should not be something that like your political party makes you unaware as to how it's wrong. Even the most Republican of Republicans, Candace Owens herself, is like, I'm very unfamiliar with some of the choices that's being made here, even though we know, honey, we've been telling you this is going to happen for a while, but
LA. I still want to know what Kendrick is doing.
Brent,
Hello?
hello, like, what are you saying?
This is his hometown,
Kendrick
yeah.
is on tour.
This is his home. And
I wish people
go
would
on.
stop like not begging for celebrity support because I understand the idea of awareness, but like when people start saying, "Oh, Kendrick Lamar has said nothing," or someone said, "Oh, Kendall Jenner, we're waiting for Kendall Jenner to give the cop a Pepsi," like, why do you look for that? Like, what's that weird validation that like you require celebrities to speak up on things when like I don't get it. Like for awareness purposes, like you expect them to post because their supporters might be from that demographic, cool, but to fish for it, I don't understand.
Isn't Kendrick a social activist?
You would call him that?
But this is why is that he's been positioned with the whole Drake and beef, and Kendrick beef. So yes, I would. And he featured LA heavy in his last project. Heavy.
I don't know, Brent.
Anyway,
I think celebrities should focus more on their line of work instead of trying to involve themselves in political matters where it doesn't make sense. Where it makes sense, yes. Where it doesn't make sense, because then it becomes a PR stunt. You're speaking because you don't want people from that demographic to cancel you, and that to me is not authentic.
were you involved in the BET awards in any capacity?
I actually did no BT events this weekend, and I regret it because BT is usually nonsense. But I hear this was the best BT awards we've had in decades. So regret it, but it is what it is. There'll be another one.
Not in LA though. Not whilst Home Depot has been raided.
LOL. Somebody asked a question in the chat and said on the topic, what would be interesting to hear just how much popular you think the FBA slash what is ADOS stance is?
American descendants of slavery. I think that's what ADOS means.
Ah, wait, but what's the difference between the two? FBA, Foundational Black American Descendants of Slavery. What? Help me understand that. I've never bothered to see what that was.
What is the difference? I think there are notable differences, but I can't be able to just pluck it from my head right now. But he's asking if you know about the FBA, right? You know of them. Answer that question. Forget the ADOS.
Hold on.
I think foundational Black Americans could be they were here before slavery, right? And ADOS is that's it. ADOS is descendants of those particular Africans that were brought over. That's the difference.
So basically, like Native American type.
Maybe, maybe.
I don't understand the question.
I think they're asking what are they saying about? Because I guess the white people they are also quote unquote illegal to the country, right? And the FBAs are foundational. That's their land, right? So they are occupiers. I guess maybe that's the angle. Don't know.
But in the question it says Black African Americans shouldn't protest in solidarity with Hispanics. I've seen some interesting takes on whether Black people should be protesting alongside Hispanics in regard to this issue. It's hard to say, but I think I fall more on I'm not faulting someone to not feel inclined based on personal experience. But I do think that even if you don't choose to say protest, I'm not hearing you say what's happening to them is warranted. Like that, you can choose not to engage while also calling out something being wrong. But to say something is right because of how you personally feel about a particular beef between two demographics, like, ew, like that's a weird hill to die on to me.
Tornado, please help in this community. Do not just slate. Please offer help. We are a solutions-based community. If Brent has butchered something, please help Brent. Right? Try something different. Try something. Do not entertain the Lucifer's spirit within you. Help. Right? So if you have the answers, provide the answers so that we can all benefit. Thank you very much. I'll wait patiently. I will read out your response. Thank you very much. God damn it.
I think Black Rob, do you not have it backwards? If foundational Black Americans, are they not the ones who think they're Native American? Cherokee is a Native American tribe, whereas American descendants of slavery would be descendants of slavery. I don't know. I don't think that's relevant to my answer. I think I answered the question.
Yeah, you did. And
anyway.
I'm satisfied with your response. All right, stay right there, Stacey. I'm moving into the topic of the day, and you're up. You can't go to sleep just yet.
Hello?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, then we have reached the point.
Brent, I think we have another American in the chat.
We have an American in the chat? You mean Discord?
Yeah, the Discord.
I try to basically invite this person on all the time. They never come to the stage. Crunk ATL, please join us and spread the propaganda. Come on. Accept it. Let's hear what you sound like. I'll wait patiently. I'll continue though. Crunk ATL. Anyway, what have we got? We've got a video. Let me play this video. What has Emmanuel got for us here? Main vid. Pew 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 pew. All right. Let's see.
Just so happens, and this is another thing I have to think has something to do with it. The Abercrombie and Finch case came out. And the Weinstein case was coming out. Okay? So here's the thing. They raid his house 2 weeks before the raid, they released a videotape the same time they're prosecuting the Abercrombie and Finch guys. Now, the Abercrombie and Finch guys who are really doing trafficking, who have really have an enterprise of getting these young straight men, drugging them and doing all of this kind of stuff, they let them off on a $5 million bail. 50 they give Diddy, he offers 50 million, his jet, his passports, his family's passports, his property, everything, and they say no. Why? Because you are the diversion for letting these white guys go. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's how they've always treated hip hop. That's how they've always treated African Americans or Mexicans, or use it as something else to divert the attention. Why is Diddy in jail? Why couldn't he bail out?
Right.
Yeah, the bail thing don't make sense when everybody bailed out. But Diddy can't bail out.
Yeah, they're saying that he's a threatening guy, but if you take away, he said, no communications, I'll go on an ankle monitor, you can have all my phones, I mean.
Right.
What about the Pac case?
I don't know.
What about him setting the whole thing's out that he like set up that murder? I don't think he set up all these other things. Like,
look,
is this dude just talking shit? Like,
I don't know.
He's been throwing in all that shit.
Look, everybody knows who shot Pac and everybody knows who shot Big. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's an enigma inside of a paradox. Is it something that he said? Is it money that changed hands? Is it just some beef? You know what I mean? But a perfect example is that night at the Flavor Jam when I had Snoop Dogg. Well, Biggie was on that bill too. And he wasn't dead yet, and Snoop and him were dancing on stage together.
But Snoop always said he was cool with Biggie in the East Coast. So
was it two people's issues, and like Suge and Puff, or was it some rap shit? This case, it just so.
Ask the first video. Let me see what he's got for the second video. Let me see.
Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle for an appearance on Faith Daniels' NBC talk show.
We're going to get great ratings in your show.
Trump is surrounded by women as music blares in the background. After a while, Trump goes to greet 3 new guests, among them the financier Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on in. Go inside.
More than a decade before his guilty plea on state prostitution charges. Later in the footage, Trump is seen talking to Epstein and another man as women are dancing in front of them. Trump alternates between dancing and pointing out women to Epstein and the other man and telling Epstein about the cameras. Of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving.
All right, those are the 2 videos. Let me see what questions he has. Let's see. So set the bloody writing.
That Jeffrey Epstein guy just looks so odd.
What do you mean he looks odd? Are you doing the
He's
eye test?
odd looking. No, just not okay, Brent, not too much. He just looks, you know, some people just like kind of not stick out like a sore thumb, but he gives like kind of kooky.
Yeah, he does give creepy. So you
Not
would
creepy, but kooky.
Kooky as in wacky?
Like, yeah, like if
Up to
he were to
something.
talk and something sounded off, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's clear.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
could just be that all I've digested all my life about Epstein has just been weirdo. So maybe that's just manifesting in me looking at him now. But I don't know.
Tony, I'm still waiting for you to type the solution. I want to put it up on the Jumbotron so that everyone could benefit from it. You can't just be typing criticisms without looking to help within this community. Everybody does some form of service. Stacey right now is serving the community well, and she always turns up. Please, can you correct your your wasteful and destructive spirit and give more time to the helpful and gracious spirit that I don't know if it's around your vicinity, but please get to doing it, because I can't be seeing your name here and all you're doing is criticizing people. I'm sorry. I'll wait patiently. In fact, I have 10 more minutes on this topic of the day and I'll be moving on, but I will be waiting patiently after that. All right. What are the questions here? What have we got? There's a thing over here, Stacey. Have you ever been to the UK?
Yeah, well, hello, yes.
Oh, serious?
Many times.
All right. Where do you stay when you come here?
I was last there in 2022. And before that, I had been a couple times as a kid. Usually stay with family.
You got family here?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of family out there.
All right. Can you do any a British accent?
No.
You don't want to attempt it, but you've done it before, right? But in private.
No.
You've never attempted it?
What's my business?
Stacey, what do you do in your downtime? Because you always seem so, serious.
Why did this become an interview?
It's your hair, innit? Your hair, and we love you, so why not?
In my downtime, I watch TV, listen to podcasts.
Wait. You watch TV? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When you say watch TV, as in like live TV, or there's a rectangle product on your wall that you watch Netflix on?
Yeah.
Oh, so
the
it's
latter.
Netflix that you watch. You don't watch TV.
That's considered TV to me.
Nah. Sorry.
I watch streams. I don't know.
Well, you're proper in this whole content creating world, innit? Like you consume it heavy.
I do. I
Right.
do.
So on a date, is this what you're gonna tell somebody your hobbies are?
What the hell?
I'm just
No.
asking, Stacey. We only hear your political views, your race related views, and your male and female related views. So
surely in the many times that I've called,
damn it,
that isn't what you've deducted.
God damn it. So you enjoy watching Netflix and watching Kai Cenat in your downtime. So on a date, you're going to tell this prospective partner that this is what they have to look forward to.
No, because why would we be talking about that?
Why would we be talking about your hobbies? Can you imagine?
You asked me what I do in my spare time, not my hobbies.
All right, talk to me about your hobbies.
Brent, what is the topic of the day?
If you don't have any hobbies, say you don't have any hobbies.
I don't have any formal hobbies. I just do what I feel inclined.
All right, fair. Let me not continue this. Let me just find a question here. First question: why is it that the Abercrombie, or is Abercrombie? Abercrombie. Thank you very much. You see, Tornado. You see how that works? God damn it! Abercrombie CEO and Trump aren't being forced through the same harsh process as Diddy. I think that's a very simple answer, but over to you, Stacey.
Well, I didn't hear the question because
why is it that the Abercrombie CEO and Trump aren't being forced through the same harsh process as Diddy?
I can't lie. This is the first that I'm hearing about this Abercrombie case. So I'm actually intrigued, and I'm going to do some research after.
All right. So you can't.
When did that happen? Surely I was too young.
You've spoken of things that you're too young to have lived through.
Oh, Ox. Okay, sorry.
No, that's all right. We just talked about Holocaust just now, but if you're
but for me to know about the case, Holocaust, we learn about in schools.
Yeah.
So I would know.
Yeah. Free Palestine. Second question, is what's happening to Diddy a distraction so we forget about the crimes of people like the Abercrombie CEO and Trump?
I would like to think that the powers that be are not that conniving, but I wouldn't put it past them. Like when people say things like, "Oh, this is a distraction. This is a something in my mind can't register that there are people sitting in a room calculating these distractions. Like I'm sure that is very much possible. The world has shown time and time again, especially of recent, that you really can't put shit past people. But I'm just like, who is that calculated and conniving to like sit in a boardroom and say, we're gonna try to get these white people off, so we're gonna go find a black scapegoat. Like hello? I don't know.
Tornado, I don't see you in the chat. Please, 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 please.
Why are you dying on the hill of this tornado guy?
I don't like trolls. And I don't
Well, let
I
him
don't
be a
like
troll in peace.
vindictive trolls, right?
Now you're crashing out behind a troll that's not responding to you.
No. When you say crashing out, what does crashing out mean?
Brent, come on. You know how to use context clues. You know what crashing out means.
I'm asking you to help me to find something
You're dying on the hill of this troll who's not responding to you, and you keep trying to summon him and he's disregarding your summons, so you look crazy, which categorizes as crashing out.
Do you think that I look crazy? My default
Down for sure.
My
We can't see
default
you, so.
my default is flavorful. Are you new here, Stacey?
You're using grammar to describe.
Stacey?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
new
I
here?
say what you're saying. No, I'm not new here.
Is this weird for me to do? Have you not heard and seen me doing this before?
In this way, yeah.
I'm consistent.
Ciao, okay.
So if that is crashing out, I will print these t-shirts say Brent crashes out.
We won't see them because you're never on camera.
If that's how you define crashing out, and I've been doing it consistently, then I'm a crash out dummy.
You're going to have to hang them shirts on the wall,
I'm a crash out
child.
connoisseur. COC.
Okay, Brent.
COC. Hey, Tornado, I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting for you. You can't be pelting stones, hiding hands, my friend. I like consistency, and I like people who can stand behind their wicked ways, right?
I fear he's not aiming to be like.
I've asked you to define these two, what was it? ADOS and FBA. Define it so we know, because obviously I did it wrong. So please educate. Why are you in this particular community if it is you're not trying to help? Huh? I'm waiting patiently. If you don't know it, then say you don't know it, because that's what it's looking like. Do you understand? And I don't mind if Stacey and the rest of them feel I'm crashing out. You have jumped in and said I've said something wrong. So provide the right answer. Do you understand?
Sometimes silence is loud. Maybe you don't have the answer.
That's what I'm saying. So if he doesn't have the answer, why is he criticizing others who don't? Do you understand?
Well, he learned his lesson because he ain't spoke since. So
Tornado, you need to be braver than this, to be honest. I thought the way you typed, I thought that you were braver than this.
Me?
Tornado.
Oh, ciao.
I'm waiting patiently, Tornado. Next question, Stacey. Why do the media and courts go easy on rich white men when there's real evidence of trafficking and abuse?
I don't think they go easy on them. Well, okay. Let me not say that. I don't know, but my theory is that there's probably some validity to, dirty politics. Rich people fund a lot of things and are invested in a lot of things, and those things that they put their money into impact the bottom line of the powers that be in some way, shape, or form. So life is about relationships, and unfortunately, those who have them thrive, and those who don't get thrown the book.
I like that. Life's about relationships. That was beautiful. Good morning, Christy.
Sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, because the reception. No, I was encourage you. I was going to encourage you to crash out because he's my op as well. So Tornado.
120%. Tornado is an absolute imp. I'm trying to use words to draw him out, but he's just satisfied staying behind like the curtains in the darkness and just pelting stuff. Do you understand?
Personally, I feel like you lot let trolls get away with a lot of things.
You have a spanner, you know. I've given you a spanner.
Oh, he pops in and out. So he hasn't gotten disrespectful to the point where I need to block him, because there's been others that were disrespectful. So, but I just feel like if you have so much criticism of the show, why are you here? I feel like that's very sad life to lead. I don't give energy to shows that I don't like. So why are you here?
I agree.
I don't get that. It's very weird that people do that.
We have an Elon Musk update.
I'm still waiting for the right answer, to be honest, Tornado. If you don't know it, just say you don't know it. You get me? Just say you don't know it. If you don't know it, say you don't know it. Anyway, next question. Are these cases really about
what I said?
Yes, I agree. Life's about relationships. That's what you said, isn't it?
No, I just said we have an Elon Musk update.
Oh.
He tweeted while we were speaking.
What's he said?
He backtracked. He said, I regret some of my post about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far. Anyway, next caller.
Oh, man. Elon.
He's referring to his tweets where he said, without me, Trump would have lost the election.
What? Because it was implying that there was some nefarious involvement?
Of course.
Is that what you believe, Stacey?
Ciao.
Oh, Stacey.
I don't know these days.
Oh, Stacey. All right. What would real justice look like if it didn't depend on race, money, or power?
There'd be a lot of people in jail. And hell, not even jail, prison.
On another note, I saw the video that I think Esther referenced yesterday with Nene and T.S. Madison. I never saw it before, but I saw it yesterday. And I saw the furore that it caused.
I didn't watch the video, actually. I need to go back and look at it.
It was such an interesting back and forth. Like, so interesting. So very interesting.
I saw it caused quite an uproar. Apparently, Nene Leakes said something transphobic. I don't know.
Apparently. Anyway, I'm going to Thailand this summer. I'll leave that right there.
Are the questions loading in between you asking them?
No, the questions are finished. The questions are finished. I don't.
The way that you face
I looked at this topic of the day and I'm like, what is this, mine?
You would think that it's coming in like a fax machine.
No. I don't. There are no more questions, and that was all the questions. And as you can see, those questions, I would have preferred to just talk to you for the entire 10 minutes.
Well, next time, Brent, you know that if there's no one in the studio, rather than having us look at a wall for 2 hours, you can always tell me, hey, can you zoom in so I can set up my little setup and we can yap on Zoom so that we kind of have a visual and a discourse.
You know what?
You never...
You know what, Stacey? Can you just face Tornado and say that again? Face Tornado and say that again. What did you just offer?
Brent.
What did you just offer?
I'm doing up Magic Kelly just like you.
What did you just offer?
You can't do it.
You just offered something that contributes to the health and well-being of this particular community that we're building, right?
If there's no one in the studio, you can call me on Zoom like we did for Community Day or whatever it was called.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't look.
I don't remember what it's called. That wasn't to minimize it. Sorry.
Don't look to lessen your fantastic offer, right? Thank you very
community.
much. You are the
I
best.
can
let's not call it community service. No.
Oh yes, community service. Sorry, I forgot.
Never mind. Anyway, a little context. I get this information a bit late, right? And my day is incredibly packed. It's jam-packed, right? So when I get information that certain individuals aren't going to be in, it's a little late for me to just look to plan other things. Do you understand? So I never want for you all to just be staring at the wall, right? I never also want to send a message to say there will be no show today because nobody's in, right? If you all would prefer I do that, then I will do that. However, I don't think that is what people want to do. If I can just open Discord and for others to jump on Discord to help, kind of push this show across or over the line, I think they would prefer that than nothing. And obviously, headlines were supposed to be read today, but there were no up-to-date headlines in the docket, right? So,
but remember, your time is you guys start at 8 a.m. your time. 8 a.m. your time is midnight my time. So even if you find out at 6 a.m. your time, I'm at home anyway. So it don't take me nothing to
I hear
get
you.
myself
I
together.
appreciate you. But that doesn't speak to what's going on over here with.
Oh, I know. I'm just throwing it out there for
No.
my own portion.
And
Happy to
thank you
help
very much.
however I can.
Thank you very much. Tornado, are you listening? Tornado,
Ciao.
are you listening?
Tornado is walked off the way he should have been.
Nah, Tornado is still there. They're still looking to
He over there hanging with
suck the
what's the girl
negative
name?
energy. You mean Stacy?
No. What's our little catfish?
Were you
What's her
there?
name?
Were you there on that time?
Hell yeah, I was there.
Serious?
Yeah.
Can you remember?
They thought I was her.
Like it was yesterday.
Yes, I was in Jersey. That was that period that I wasn't watching very often because I was on the East Coast time. That was almost 2 years ago.
Sheila, that's her name. Sheila.
Yeah, Tornado and Shayla is kicking it right now.
Anyway,
but yeah,
before I move
like
on,
someone said in the chat, we appreciate you.
I
To
believe
call
that.
me.
I believe that. Remember, my ideal thing is not to talk on this platform at all, right? That would until come a point in time where that it can be possible because there's 5 people in here like religiously, like consistently. However, until then, you'll have to basically hold that. You hear that, Tornado?
Yeah.
Hold that. And I'm still going to be butchering definitions. I'm still going to be sprinkling my opinion on things, and my opinion may be left, my opinion may be right, my opinion may be up, my opinion may be down. I have to basically wear many different caps. I have to because there are times when something is said and it needs to be the other side introduced, just for the sake of it being reflective or represented in the conversation. There are so many different mindsets that occupy these particular virtual seats in our community. So many different. And I want them to be able to have their argument, stress tested in this cauldron, this crucible of ideas. Tornado, I'm still waiting. God damn it. Why you only have energy to cause wickedness, huh? Anyhow.
I hate that it's eating you alive. It's so embarrassing.
Why do you think it's eating me alive?
Because he talked 30 minutes ago and you're still stuck on him.
Do I do the same thing with hating Trump?
Huh?
You are basically saying, because I've mentioned it again, because it's a theme. At this point, it's now a theme that I could run throughout the rest of the show. I do call out all the time. I wait for opportunities to basically drop it in again. Are you new here?
No, but you've never been this persistent.
With Tornado?
With anybody.
But I disagree. No, I don't.
Maybe
mind,
it's because because we don't have much to talk about today.
But here we go. I'm filling in the void, and you're not.
Yeah, but there's
I'm using
so many things
for a particular theme I've introduced in the beginning, right? To be wrapped up in the end, right? I thought
bad idea.
I
You're
thought
giving
people.
Tornado too
I
much
thought
free
people
promo.
realize I do this all the time. Sometimes, obviously, it causes trouble and drama, and I'm blamed for stuff that happens, right? And fair enough, right? The last time, I had to apologize to the community. Yes, it was my fault. I introduced something and I prodded and prodded and prodded. Cool. But sometimes it's done for good. And this is good. I'm asking him to be a contributor, a positive contributor. And I'm showing him examples of positive contributions. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's always a learning lesson. It's a teaching lesson. Come on.
You got it.
Yeah, but I don't mind that you think I am crashing out. I'm not sure if it is you think that when I leave here today, my spirit will be disturbed because of this. If that's what you're suggesting, it's not.
I would be very concerned if that was the case. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. I just use every opportunity to remind people that I see them.
It's a sound.
Right?
It's a sound filler. Like how people say like. You just say tornado.
No. I think sometimes people type and they think that they can't be seen, right? Or they won't be addressed. And Tornado is one of those individuals. You understand? So I want him to get the attention he's looking for. I'm here for it. I've got the time for it because there's nobody else here. You understand? It's just you and me, Stacey. Just you and me. And you didn't want to tell me about your hobbies. You get me? So
For me.
we got to talk about something, Stacey.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I can't move on to the next headlines because I have no headlines. I have no updated headlines for you.
Izzy is so messy.
Huh?
Oh my God.
Sorry?
Izzy is messy. He said in the comments, if Brent wants to fill time, has Stacey had her right of reply after the head of the pick me joke? You're messy.
All right. What does that mean? Can you just translate that, please?
Are you dead ass?
Stacey, I'm allowing you the opportunity to tell it as you see it. I could basically say something and it could be incorrect, right? So I'm giving you the floor. Come on, Stacey.
No. I've said all I can say in the chat, in the Discord. If you're not tapped into Discord, you should probably get on that ASAP.
As in Izzy?
No. You told me to.
Are you saying that
answer
Izzy's
the question.
afraid to basically say the same thing on stage?
No, Izzy is
come
very
to the
much
stage and have this conversation with Stacey, please.
Izzy is very much well aware of my sentiments on the situation. He is just highlighting that if there's so much time to kill, why do you choose that instead of discussing the issue of the pick me joke while I'm on the main stage?
I just want the rest of the community to observe, right? Who amongst us, right? When something's dead and buried, right? A distant, troubling incident, an event that caused disruption to the community. Who are the type of people that look to bring it back up, right? Just be mindful. Be mindful.
Surely we know how to jest. Like, I wouldn't have brought it up if it was that deep as the main person involved. So it was in jest.
But how did you feel though, Stacey? How did you feel?
I was thrown off, but it's not a hill to die on.
It's not a crash out moment, no?
No, I was actually confused because
did I use that correctly?
No. I mean, yeah, okay.
You're flinging out crash out all over the place now, right? I could do that too, right?
I guess.
So you crashed out over it. Why did you crash out over it, Stacey?
I didn't crash out.
I saw the activity on Discord that you're asking people to go and check. Why did you crash out over this little joke?
I didn't crash out.
I thought you could take jokes, Stacey.
It was odd and funny because I came to the episode 15 minutes after the comment was made. And obviously I'm one to engage in the chat. So here I am thinking it's a regular day, la-di-da. And I'm like, oh, what y'all talking about? And somebody goes, oh, you don't want to know, and tags me. But I'm like, fuck you mean I don't want to know? Here I am just looking dumb as hell, not knowing I was called out by name, only for me to go back and watch it, go a couple minutes back, and I'm like, oh, this is really awkward. Like, I don't know. I said in the chat, it's not a hill to die on. I was just thrown off at the quickness and like, I was named very quickly and very confidently, and I was like, "Oh, okay, you meant that shit." But also, you meant that shit. So, like, what does that mean? You know? But it is what it is.
Kofi's now jumping in. It wasn't a joke. I think Kofi was one of the people who really didn't like.
It wasn't a joke.
Oh, it wasn't a joke?
No, she meant that shit.
Oh, is that why
the conversation was funny?
Oh, you're saying that your crash out was justified?
No, I didn't crash out.
Wait.
I said in the chat it wasn't a hill to die on.
Wait. You didn't crash out?
No. I gave my thoughts. That's not crashing out. Crashing out would be going crazy and personally saying things about Esther. That would be crashing out.
All right. So Christy just removed Black Rob from the chat. Black Rob's comment was spoken like a true.
I know. I can.
Black Rob.
No, that was an accident. No. Hello. It was an accident. It was an accident. Please.
You accidentally deleted the comments and hit it.
Nah, she just hit him.
Genuinely, I was actually typing something and then I didn't realize I did that.
Because Christy normally basically speaks her mind. She doesn't look to basically snipe in the darkness like tornado.
Yeah,
she ain't like that. She brings the energy to the front door. She
I do. I 100% do, and I will stand by. You led that spirit in.
No, fair. But didn't you feel like I took accountability though?
No, you didn't, because you know why? You know what you did? You tried to actually start with me.
Wait, what?
Awkward.
You actually. Yeah, because I did address it, but you led this charge because you tried to start with me because as before that letter before you wanted to inform Esther about the letter, he was like, "Oh yeah, Christy, she's really black men," and you were trying to proceed in that pick me vein because I say that about black men because I like black men.
Wait.
I peeped what you was doing.
Wait. Let's run that back because I have made a conscious effort to not look to be loose and fast with your name since the incident. So when I'm now hearing that I look to do it again, I'm like, wait, this doesn't sound familiar. This doesn't sound like a wise decision. So run that back to me. Give me the context again. What did I do with your name?
Because the day before we had addressed that whole letter, and obviously I came on Discord to talk about it.
Yeah.
Before then, Esther came in. Obviously, he had no clue about the letter. She was like, "I don't know if I want to read the letter."
Yeah.
And then you was just like, you mentioned me unprovoked, as you like to do.
No, but you turned up. You actually came on Discord and you were present with us when we went through the letter, and you contributed so much. You were saying no. Yeah, but I'm for black men 24/7.
Yeah, but the way you said it, I said, I see what he's doing here. So I don't know why you're trying it, Brent. But
no. As Christy, like I said, I'm very, very, very conscious of being particular with your name going forward. Like I fear you, right? I'm not as in reverence. I'm not as afraid of you. Like I respect you enough to basically not do stuff dumb again, right? So this thing you're talking about, I don't think that this should be on me. As it pertains
Brent,
to you.
That's how I know it's you need help because you it's in you. You can't help yourself.
Oh, wait a minute. You know, I can't even remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you don't remember because you do it so often. It's in you, Brent. You can't help yourself.
All right, I need to look back at this. I need to look back at this because
you literally I said
I don't want to gaslight you, and I don't want you to think that I'm actually playing the game.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. To be honest, I will look back at it because I honestly tread carefully with you these days, isn't it?
Brent, and as I said, you can't help yourself. So you even do it unknowingly. That's why you can't remember. And you're saying you're gonna go back and watch. You ain't gonna go back to watch nothing. You're too busy for that. So that's why you're trying.
No. I care more about our relationship than me not sleeping tonight. Do you understand? So I am definitely gonna because what you're suggesting is that I started this with an attack on you.
No, Brent, why are you lying? Because you didn't go back to watch the last time when we addressed this whole thing.
No, you just said just now that I'm not going to watch back this, right? This thing. Yeah, and I said, and I know I care more about our relationship than not, than not sleeping. Or than sleeping. That makes more sense. Than sleeping. Brent, I care more about it than sleeping.
Okay, Brent, you ain't gonna watch back nothing, so it's fine.
Well, sorry, would you? Do you want me to watch it? Do you want me to watch it?
No. I'm just saying you.
If you don't want me to watch it, I will watch it then. Thank you very much.
Brent, sharp. you entered the spirit. You led with that spirit, so that's what hold you accountable because you led with that spirit.
The thing is, I people like Tornado should see me on here every single day. And I should be his I should be his friend. I should literally be his companion. But yet, here we are. Can you imagine it, Christy? Just imagine.
Imagine what?
Never mind. It didn't work.
Yeah, no, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. So.
I don't know why it is that you think I want nothing other than good things for you. And your name. In this instant,
I just told you have a condition.
Mentioning your name in a derogatory
you have a condition.
way.
You can't help yourself. I just told you that. I don't understand. You even do it unknowingly. That's what I'm saying. You're to the point where it's just seeped in your subconscious.
Don't say I do it unknowingly. I know I'm aware of everything I do. I'm absolutely aware of every single thing I do, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly. I'm aware of everything I do. But this, I just need to remember it. I just need a jog, just to jog my memory.
Okay, then go back to watch it then.
Thank you. Thank you. I will. And it was, do you know what number it was? Do you know what title it was?
Brent, I'm not doing this with you.
Oh, you're not helping me? You see, Tornado? We're building a tribe
I'm not doing this.
of unhelpful people. Unhelpful people.
see what you do when you're by yourself.
The thing is, I've asked you to help me, right? You said
I just told you it was the episode.
Give me more details so I can find
dilemma,
it.
and then it was the episode after. I don't understand. The episode of the whole of that whole diabolical show. You should know that. You know the episode. It happened recently.
When I'm gone, y'all will cry. When I'm gone, y'all will miss me. Y'all will miss me. I feel bad now. I'm gonna end the show here. Thank you, Stacey, for coming on. Thank you, Eddie. Crunk ATL, you still haven't accepted the invitation to come on stage, so I'll never read any of your messages again. I don't care. Just scream into the wind.
Could have just been tuning in to listen because the delay is better on Discord than on YouTube.
Yeah, there's no delay on Discord. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you're giving him an excuse, giving him an out. Thank you, Christy, for your contribution. I could always rely on
As
you.
always.
I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll try and find this episode. I will take some time after the time I don't have in order to locate it.
Please.
And upon
Whatever.
locating it tomorrow morning, I'll bring it up in the intro. And I will apologize if it is I actually came for you. In fact, I will apologize anyway. Black women are always right. Whatever it is that you say,
God.
Sorry.
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 You can't start an apology with a gaslight.
Wait! I'm wrapping up in a solemn God damn it!
See the condition. See the condition I'm talking about.
Black women suffer enough. You can't start an apology with a gaslight.
Wait.
Anyway, your Father in heaven will see you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's simple.
If you can wait and not be tired by waiting.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. I love you immensely. This is from my heart, mind you. I love you immensely. I do what I do. I sacrifice sleep for what it is that we're building. And I truly mean that. That is not said with any sort of shade. I even appreciate people like Tornado. We like cowards.
God.
We like cowards, right? Because they're very, 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 very bold and brash.
You already crashed the car. Why do you have to get back in to crash it?
I have to wrap it up. Full circle moment. You get me? Full circle things. You get
The
me?
vehicle is totaled. Relax.
Yes. We love all in this community, even the cowards amongst us. I hope you'll have a fantastic evening. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. And when it is I say now, this is why we need Iman. Whoever said we didn't need Emmanuel? Is Emmanuel here?
Why do you?
Can you imagine?
People?
Can you imagine? Emmanuel's not here, right? He hasn't turned up for you.
Just because someone says something doesn't mean the absence of the
you just
opposite
said, Stacey, you said I'm a crash out connoisseur. Why can't I basically live my raps? Or did you not mean it? Did you not mean to give me this particular title? Am I not supposed to live this?
That was a warning. That was me telling you that that's how you're acting in hopes that you would pivot differently, not for you to feed into it.
That doesn't work though, Stacey. I can't be controlled, Stacey. As Christy said, I can't even control myself. That's what she was implying. I can't even control myself. She's implying that I'm possessed.
Yeah, she's trying to tell you that so that usually the first step in fixing a problem is making yourself aware that you have the problem. So us telling you is for the step one. Awareness.
I put my hand up. I'm accountability connoisseur too. AC.
No. I think your use of connoisseur is starting to have a negative connotation.
Imagine. Anyway, Tornado, love you. Stacey, love you. Christy, love you. Love you all. And see y'all tomorrow. It's definitely not going to be 8 because, again, Let me not go. Let me not give you more information. I would like
All
to
right,
start at 8. But let's...
We don't expect y'all at 8, but we will be here at 8.
later, and goodbye. Let me just find
Toodles.
this card. Hold up.
Bye.
And before I put up a comment from Ed. Ed was saying that I think he was responding to somebody. I don't know what they said. I can't remember what they said. But Ed said that Brent doesn't pay them enough. I think that's what Ed said. If I'm butchering it, please let me know, Ed. So everybody who turns up here every single weekday morning, they are builders in the TNB enterprise. They are active builders in the TNB enterprise. We are going to be testing Ed's resolve very soon. If you say that them not being here is connected to them not being paid, and you want them to be paid because you want to see them, we're going to be testing that resolve very soon. Let's see if it is...
that?
Ed.
No.
Ed essentially said they're not here because they're not getting paid. And obviously the sentiment is they want them to be here, right? So the only way to get them here is to get them paid. So I'm going to do a whip round. I'm going to do a whip round to say, if you want the TDA crew to be here religiously every single weekday morning, Monday to Friday, put in this sum of money every single day. Put in this sum of money every single day. I want to see who decides to do that. Because we could all type, hey, where are you guys? Hey, what time is this? Hey. Now, bear in mind, I'm now talking like somebody who I myself oppose, right? I don't like when people say, well, at least we come and we do this, that, and next, you should be grateful. I think if it is you set a standard, you should look to uphold the standard. Especially if it is that we're looking to say this is what TV is doing going forward. So 100%, I'm that guy. So just take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. There are different ways to support, as Tornado has shown you. He shows that him tuning in, he's giving us that view. That's support. Others like Tracy back in the day, you know, remember Big Bag Tracy, Big Baller Tracy. I think it was Tracy and Greek. Both of them were going crazy in super chats. Back and forth. What? You drop 10? I'm dropping 50. Hold that. Then Greek's like, you drop 50? Here's 100. Hold that. Greek, I'm still waiting for that TNB investment money, bro. You been threatening to drop that P for time. I ain't seen that P. I ain't seen that share certificate transferred over to you. And you're there gassing up Tornado. I see you. Next net event is the 1st of August, broski. 1st of August. I've given you enough time. 1st of August. I hope to see you there. And I'll be waiting for that explanation. Why ain't you dropped your P yet, bro? Big baller. Big daddy. Big papa. I'm waiting patiently, sir. Waiting patiently. Anyway, it's been good. God willing, you will see your MVP, Emmanuel, back tomorrow. So, Gin and Gist, you can look forward to the morrow. You know, one more sleep, and you see him again. Let's see if he turns up tomorrow. Yeah, your MVP. And I hope it is you call him afterwards and hear how he's going and ask him all these particular questions about why it was a train wreck for the show today. You let him tell you and assure you, don't worry, baby girl. I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, Ed.
The draw was disrespectful. I can't lie. This is mad.
Did I draw you out?
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say? What did I say about you? This is crazy.
No
Christy might be
context.
right, you know.
No context.
Christy might be right. What did I say about you?
No context, you know. Just literally I'm just jokingly replying to somebody and I'm getting drawn out like
Oh,
I'm
right.
people.
You're
Notice
talking
how
about the
high
comment
his voice
you
got
typed.
when he asked.
You're talking about the comment you typed, right? Where's your accountability, sir?
Hey.
Notice how high his voice got when he asked, "Where's the drop?" Like, hello, you know exactly where the drop is.
Ed, why are you busy typing and not wanting to stand behind your words, sir?
Hey, I said in the chat. If tomorrow you told me it's a subscription thing or it's a membership thing,
Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. I believe you, you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't put that on me like I'm the one who's trying to, force the situation. I'm just saying.
Come on.
Yeah,
Tornado, channel the spirit of Ed. That's a real community supporter. Channel that spirit, bro. Leave Lucifer behind you. Get thee behind me, Satan. Tell him that and channel Ed instead. Let Ed be inside you on this famous month. Let Ed be inside you. That's the title of this show. Let Ed be inside you, Tornado.
I don't consent to this. I don't consent to none of this. I'm just making that very clear. No consent. No consent whatsoever.
Bro, do we consent to tornadoes who just roll it in and just roll it out?
He's living like
some days you just have to basically look.
This is your leadership, Brent.
And just feel the weather.
People are influenced.
You can't control nature, bro. You can't control nature, bro.
See, your chaos leads to people who bring chaos. You know what I'm saying? This is
imagine you calling me a chaos bringer, yeah? CB. Can you
Chaos
imagine?
Crash Out King.
Crash Out Connoisseur. COC.
No.
Cock. Whoa. Whoa.
Out of blast.
Whoa. Goodbye. I've done enough. Later. Bye. Peace. Love you all. See you all tomorrow. Blah 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 blah.